welcome back to our second week of our circus theme. So this week we're going to learn some juggling skills. And there's a few things that you might need to help you along the way. We will need some scarves, or you can use a piece of cloth or some tissues or paper towel. You will need some small juggling balls. And if you don't have juggling balls, you can use just some small balls or some pieces of paper scrunched up. We will also need some skittles. Now, if you don't have skittles, you can use some plastic bottles and a ball to bowl them over with. We will also need a stack of plastic cups so that we can stack them up and try and knock them down. And the last thing, if you have some small sticks, they don't have to be as big as this one, but if you've got 2 or 3 small sticks that we can do some juggling skills with later on. I hope you enjoy the show, everyone.
Before we start our performances each night, we have to make sure that we warm up and stretch our bodies to make sure we don't hurt ourselves. So we're going to do that. Now, I don't need my walking stick, and I also don't need my hat for this one. All right, are you ready?
Roll up, come and see the spectacular, one and only, Ben the Clown!
Come see the clowns in the circus today. Watch them juggle and watch them play. They've got big shoes and a funny face. They make the circus a magical place. Watch that clown with the big red hair. Watch him spinning plates in the air. I always love when they enter the ring. And here's the clown song I like to sing.
You've got to jump, now clap, touch your stomach, and touch your back, touch your head, and touch your toes. Now turn around and touch your nose.
I always love it when they enter the ring. And that's the clown song I like to sing. Clowns make the circus a better place. I like a man with a funny face. Clowns are happy and never blue. Lots of fun for me and you. Watch that clown with a squeaky feet. That's a clown that I'd like to meet. I always laugh when they enter the ring. And here's the clown song I like to sing.
You've got to jump, now clap, touch your stomach, and touch your back, touch your head, and touch your toes. Now turn around and touch your nose.
I always love it when they...
Now that we've warmed up our bodies, we need to do some stretching, just like our contortionists. We spoke about them in our last video where we practiced doing the splits, but there's lots of other ways that we can stretch our bodies. So we're going to start with stretching out our shoulders and our arms. So putting your hands out to the side, stand your feet apart so you've got somewhere to balance. You're going to give yourself a pat on the back, and you're going to hold onto your shoulder and give it a little pull across. See how far you can go. And hold that there for 3, 2, 1. Good work. Shake out those hands and onto the other side. Pat your shoulder, grab your elbow and pull it across. Awesome. Hold 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to put our hands on our hips, lift one up to the side, and we're going to see how far over we can go. But we've got to try and remember that our legs are stuck in the mud, so we can't swing our hips over. We've got to keep them nice and still. Over we go as far as you can. And over to the other side, and making sure you don't fall forwards, you've got to stay still. Nice work. Now we're going to stand, put our hands up nice and tall, and see if we can go all the way down and touch our toes. Now if you find this super duper easy, hold on to your ankles and see if you can get your nose on your knees. Woo! Keep your jacket on though. Now let's sit down on the floor and see if you can reach one toe up to your nose. Wah! See if you can do the other one. See if you can do both. Woo! Oh, just like a silly clown. If you fall over, that's okay. It's pretty tricky. Now let's see if we can stretch one foot up, so back into our butterfly position, holding onto your heels, and stretch one leg up to the side. And the other leg. And let's see if you can do 2 legs. And can you bring your legs up and down? Woo! Oh, silly me, I need some practice. Now, some of the things that our contortionists do involve them bending backwards, and we've got to be careful when we do this. So we're going to lie on our tummies, and I might take my jacket off for this one. We're going to lie on our tummy, bend our knees, hold on to our toes, and see if we can lift our shoulders and our chest off the floor. Ready, set, go. And down. And see if you can do that again. Ready, set, go. And down. Now putting your hands on the floor, see if you can get your toes to touch your head. Whoa, my head's a little bit far away. How close can you get your toes to your head? Let's try again. Oh, I think I need some practice. Good job, everyone. I'm going to need some of my clown helpers for this next skill. Where have they gone? They must be hiding. Clowns, where are you? Come on down. There they are, Miss Fairy. Wah! Now she's been a roly-poly rolling clown today, and that's what we're going to practice. A few lessons ago, we were working on our forward rolls, and we're going to bring those back again. It's super duper important that all of our circus family can roll and tumble around, because that's a big part of our circus acts. So we're going to start with our forward rolls to begin with. So Miss Fairy, standing up on your toes for me. Now we learned a little riddle and a little bit of a rhyme to make us remember how to do a forward roll. Do you remember what it is? If not, that's okay, I'll remind you. So we're going to reach up tall, stretching our hands up nice and high, touch down low, bending our knees a little bit, look through your legs, tucking our head, and over you go. And remember, you want to finish in a tuck position and then a motorbike. Oh, Miss Fairy's a bit too quick for me. Good job. We're going to practice that again. Now, helpers, if your gymnast needs a little bit of assistance, you've got to remember that you need to support their neck, and you can always give them a gentle nudge from the back of their legs. So here we go again. We're going to reach up tall, touch down low. Now, if you need to give a helping hand, make sure you're stable. Make sure they're looking through their legs, and over they go. Excellent work. Let's do 2 more of those. Reach up tall, touch down low, look through your legs, and over you go. Excellent. Lucky last one. Here we go. Now in the circus, we have a great big arena that we do all of our tumbling. If you're doing your circus practice at home, make sure you've got lots of open space, because we don't want anybody roly-polying into the wall or anything silly like that. We're not being clowns. Here we go. Reach up tall, touch down low, look through your legs, over you go. Awesome job. Now we're going to practice some of our egg rolls. So I want you to lay down on your back, tuck your knees in into your chest, and we're going to practice those rolls that Miss Fairy did as she came in. So, tucking up nice and tight, squeezing your toes, and having your head towards your knees. And ready, we're gonna roll to the front, all the way over. And then we're gonna roll back again, all the way back. And see if you can do 2 rolls this time, all the way over, keep going. Wow, just like a roly-poly clown. Awesome work, guys. Here at the circus, our clowns love to entertain the audience. They've been practicing some juggling. I don't know if they've done enough practicing to be able to put it in the show tonight. Can you guys show me what you've been working on? When you're ready. Oh dear. I think we might need some juggling lessons before we start our show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest here at the circus today. We have an expert juggler. Jordan, come on down. Dun, 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 dun. So Jordan is here to teach us how to juggle today. Now Jordan, you're going to start by teaching us with 1 hand and 1 scarf, if you will. So, we're going to practice and you're going to throw the scarf up in the air and catch it in your hand. Now, like Julia said at the beginning, if you don't have a scarf, that is a-okay. You can use a tea towel, paper towel, a tissue, something that's not too heavy and is going to float. Here we go again. Ready? Let's give it a try. Awesome work. See if you can catch it on the other hand this time. Good job. Do that 2 more times. Get some practice in. Excellent work. Now, another scarf. So let's try this time. Throwing 1 up in the air and then the other. Whoa, super tricky. See if you can practice on the same hand to start with. Jordan, remember, we're only just learning.
I'm sorry.
These experts, sometimes they get a little ahead of us. So see if you can do 1 then the other. Now, if you're feeling a little bit tricky, try and throw them both up in the air and catch them in the same hands. We don't want to start changing yet. Awesome work. See how high you can throw them. You got to give them a little bit of a push and down. See how low you can let them drop this time before you catch them. Go again. Wah! Awesome work. Now remember, if your scarf or whatever you're using touches the floor, that is okay. We're only learning. So now we're going to try 1 hand, then the next hand, and see how quick we can go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent work. Now I want you to see if you can lift your leg and throw it underneath your leg. We'll only do 1 scarf at a time because this one's pretty tricky. You have to balance and throw the scarf and catch it. So let's try 1 and the next one. Now, if you find it a bit too hard to have your legs straight, you can also bend your knees. So give that a go. Practice that one a few times. Let's do 2 more. Ready? 1, 2, and another one on each leg. 1 and 2. Excellent work. So now we've practiced with our scarves. Let's see if we can practice with going in a circle. So try and throw your scarves in a circle around and around and catching them as you go. This one's pretty tricky. And see if you can go the other way. Now you'll notice Jordan hasn't taken his eyes off the scarf. What happens if you look away, Jordan? Ah! They fall to the ground. So we've got to make sure we're focusing nice and closely. Now, do you think we can do that a little bit faster in a circle?
Possibly.
It's pretty tricky. Let's try 2 more times. Here we go. Whoa! And the other way. Awesome work. Now, if you've been practicing with those scarves and you think you're pretty good, well, guess what? Let's try with something a little bit harder. So Jordan's got some juggling balls here. If you've got some socks or something at home that you can practice, that would be great. So we're going to practice with 1 ball to start with. I got a little bit too excited and gave him all 3 balls. We don't need those yet, so let's try throwing that one up in the air and catching it. Now the balls are a little bit harder because they're a little bit heavier, so you've got to practice and make sure you're watching. What happens if you look away? You're going to drop the ball. And that's not how we juggle. Let's practice 3 more times throwing and catching. Now, if you want to be super duper tricky, try swapping from hand to hand. This one's pretty hard. You've got to make sure you're watching. Excellent work. And see if you can do that and throw them up a little bit higher. Awesome. Now Jordan's going to give us a demonstration where he does 3 balls just to show you what happens when you practice. How cool is that? Awesome work. Everyone give Jordan a big clap. We've been working on another fun act here at the circus that involves our clowns and some balloons. And we want you to practice this one as well because we'd love some help in our show tonight. So what we're going to do, you need a balloon and we're going to practice throwing the balloon. Now, we don't want to throw it too far because that's not part of the show. We want to be able to pass it to our partners. Now, mums or dads or helpers, you might need to jump in for this one. And we're going to practice getting our nice big spider fingers, holding onto the balloon, and we're going to push it forwards. Now, our clowns tonight will be working on their own, so they're going to be pushing their balloons up into the air, but you can pass it back and forth with mum or dad or whoever's helping you practice this skill. Now, it's very important we keep our eyes on the balloons because if you look away, it might fall down, and we don't want to be dropping our balloons. So making sure you're paying nice and close attention, nice big spider hands. Now, if you've finished practicing that and you think you've got that one down pat, see if you can lock your hands together. And we're going to try and pop the balloon up and down with our hands and our arms. This one's a little bit trickier. If you go too big, it might slide over your head. And that's not what we want. So give that one a bit of a practice as well. Good work, everyone. Welcome to Sideshow Alley. Here at the circus, we don't just have our flying trapeze, our crazy clowns and our strongmen. We've also got lots of fun games and activities for you to do as well. And today, we've got some bowling and we've got some tower making. So if you've got some 10-pin bowling pins at home, or if you've got some milk jugs or some plastic bottles, you can do this with a ball or something nice and soft. And I want you to see if you can do a big bowl and knock them over. Whoops! Sorry, Miss Fairy. Do you want to build up your tower again? Now, while you're doing that, let's see how many pins did I knock down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa! How many does that mean I've still got standing up? Let's count and have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, only half. Let's see if I can knock the rest down. Now, if you don't get all of yours down on the first try as well, you can have a couple of goes. Remember, you want to roll the ball forwards. Here I go. And, oh, almost. Now, Miss Fairy and Mr. Letter, do you want to have a go at yours and see if you can get yours down? Ah, awesome work. Now, I want you to see if you can rebuild your towers. So you've got to be very careful and have nice soft hands and see if you can stack up your cups again. Awesome job. And let's have another turn. So let's shuffle back. And you can do this one as many times as you like. You've got to make sure your tower is nice and stable though before you start bowling. Let's try that one more time. So let's stack up our cups. Let me get your bowling balls for you, Mr. Letter. When you're ready. Oh, that one totally missed. Have another go. Oh, good job. Have a practice, everyone, and see how many times you can do this. It's nearly time for our show tonight. Our clowns have got to go and get ready. They still need to put on their costumes and put their makeup on their faces. So we're going to go and get ready, but we hope you had a great time.
Circus clown, hey, your face. Circus circus clown, run in place. Circus clown, beat your nose. Circus clown, touch your toe.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. I hope you had a lot of fun learning how to be a circus clown and a juggler. We'll see you next week. Bye.